hello and welcome to episode 31 of Master League Story Mode. Now, I hope you enjoyed the last episode. It was a bit long, wasn't it? It was too long. No one should have to listen to this voice for half an hour, so I apologise for that. If you didn't make it to the end of the episode, then you might not be aware that we've done a little bit of business. And a little bit of business is actually an understatement. We signed 4 players on transfer deadline. Well, actually, I lied a bit there. It wasn't quite transfer deadline day. It was the day before transfer deadline day. But anyway, we brought in Michael Doughty from QPR, who's going to be going into central midfield in place of Lowe. 75 overall rated. He's a great little player. I'm really excited to play with him. Good ball winner. He's strong. But he's got 80 finishing as well as being a decent passer. So I think he'll be a great central midfield partner to Safir Tider. And then, attacking midfielder, we've brought in Nathan Redmond, a versatile, young, exciting player. We brought in from Norwich, using that Tim Sherwood link with one of his old clubs. So he's going to come in as first choice ahead of Buendia. But Buendia, we like. He's had a great start to his career. So he's definitely going to be one for the future as well. He's young. Definitely a good young player as well. We've got Mara Zarate. Great free transfer signing. Brilliant bit of scouting there. And then finally we've got Armand Traore. Ex-QPR player. He's got pace. He's got early cross as well, which is great for a left back. So he's going to be interesting. So, yeah. We're looking very solid now. Really solid. 70 overall rating for all of our players. Nathan Redmond's going to be an exciting player to have attacking midfield. A lot of pressure on Obbi Oulare this season. And we want to try and get Oxford some games as well. But I'm not quite sure who I would want him in over. Maybe Hanley. I think that's basically going to be down to form and fatigue on the day. To see whether he plays or not. But anyway, in stark contrast to the last episode, I'm just going to get straight into the action and get going. Oh yeah, we're on the last day of the transfer window. We could sign Lamella. But I'm not going to because it's not realistic. Don't think there's anything else I need to look at, is there? No. Rolando Aarons would have been interesting, but we're not going to have enough money for him. So we'll end the transfer window there. Team of the month, Big Obbi and Henners. Henners in there. He's progressing well. I'm a big fan of Henley. So we're going to be a little bit in the hole in terms of cash. We'll struggle to sign anyone in January. We've put ourselves 6 million in debt, although we've got the Premier League money, so, you know, home games is pretty lucrative. We've lost Lenihan and Mahoney, that's a shame, but it's to be expected. Right, Ipswich Town in the Cup. We didn't do well in the FA Cup last season. Wasn't too bothered, but, you know, this is a good opportunity for Tim to get a bit of silverware this season. So we're coming off the back of an international window, which means Doughty, Tider and Bakali all tired, as well as Hanley. I think we'll give Oxford a start there. Bakali, Tider and Doughty, none of them particularly tired. We'll start them. That's 3 subs that we can pretty safely make. Up against Ipswich, we know them well from last season. They've got Larson Toure on the right wing, who's a dangerous player, as is Orr from the left, who's a good crosser of the ball. But they're not particularly strong at the back, and they've got Chambers at right back, who we can look to exploit with with Zakaria Bakali, who should give him a bit of trouble. We've got Zarate on a red to bring in as well as Buendia on a yellow. So with 3 wins out of 3 for the beginning of the season, Blackburn under Tim Sherwood in the Premier League for the first time, off to a great start. Can we replicate that form in the Cup with our new look squad? Nathan Redmond there, who's going to be the beating heart of this team, we hope, at attacking midfield. Launching attacks from the middle, spraying balls out. He's a good passer. So he's going to be an interesting one to develop at only 22. So off we go. Lots of new players into today. There's Doughty into Redmond. Another new player. Be interesting to see how Traore gets on the left as well. Here's Adama Traore, another one of our A Traores. Puts the ball over the top into Henley. Should have really gone along the floor. Can Duffy cut this out? He can't. Murphy gets there. Poor pass by Duffy. He's just able to clear up. Here's Redmond, his first chance on the ball for the club. Oh, he skips past the player. Gets the ball back from Oulare. Can he get ahead of Berrer? He can. Oh, and it's Redmond with basically his first touches of the ball. Nathan Redmond puts Blackburn 1-0 up. What a start from the new signing. £7 million from Norwich. He was sold on the project that is Blackburn Rovers under Sherwood. He's been stagnating a bit at Norwich. And as much as he loves Delia Smith, as we all do, he knew that there were opportunities to really do well this season for an exciting young squad. And look at this, great start. His speed takes him away from the first midfielder. Obbi Oulare plays link up this time. And then he's got a little bit of power, a little bit of strength, finishing with the left foot. Great start to his career. Oxford again. It's good play. Redmond whips it out to Tyder. Looks for the ball through to Obbi Oulare. Oh, he's got the strength to get ahead of Smith. Little chip ball into the box. Zakaria Bakali. Too easy, the Blackburn fans shout. The Ewood Park crowd enjoying this. Blackburn have been absolutely cruising to start the season, and this no different. The ball through from Tyder gave Oulare a lot to do, but he's so strong and fast. His touch not great. You'd think the Ipswich defender would deal with that with ease, but he didn't. And then it was a nicely weighted chip into the centre. Bakali getting ahead of Chambers. We knew he'd have the jump on him. And it's an easy finish. Very easy start for us here. Let's see if we can share the goals around at this point. Really poor stuff there. Traore looks inside to Redmond. It's about our first mistake so far. Duffy up against Murphy. Oxford a little chip into Redmond. He turns away with ease. Redmond gets it back from Oulare again. Little chip over to Oulare. Little ball in, and Tyder's there to mop up. And that's 3. This is ridiculous. This is insane. Safir Tyder gets a goal. The captain today. Hanley missing out. Electric stuff here from Blackburn. Redmond and Oulare linking up really well. Redmond, quick feet, outside of the boot, pass into Oulare. His outside of the boot shot off the keeper, but Tyder in quicker than anyone else. It's one-way traffic here. This new side looking pretty dangerous. Good, well Rhodes from Oxford. We've not seen much of Doughty so far. Oh, that's a nice little pass there. Oh, Traore, first time shot. Safir Tyder. Back into Redmond. Oh, that's cut out. Adama Traore able to get there. Henley breaking some ankles there. Ball into Bakali. Doesn't fall to him. Nathan Redmond, and it's 4. Ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I mean, it's fun, sure. And it's good for building up their confidence. But Ipswich Town not at the races today. Clearance from Ipswich. Falls only as far as Tyder. He puts it back into Redmond. Throws the dummy. He cuts back inside. Everyone backing off. It's an easy finish for the young Englishman. It's Duffy up against Murphy. Murphy gets the better of him this time. But only as far as Henley. Oxford, little chip over into Redmond. Safir Tyder here driving forward. Got Oulare on in the inside. Great turn from Oulare, but Bear able to cut that out. Oh, that's a good ball. But Henley, such a quick player. He's really full of pace. We've got so much pace in our wing backs at the moment. Traore and Henley. Both really tricky, fast players. Traore back into Redmond. Redmond ships it off. Receives it back from there from Tyder. He's inside Smith. Left foot curler. Just out off Bearer. Redmond looking for an early hat-trick here in the first half an hour. Last action of the half here will be a cross in from Safir Tyder. Oulare's there. He can't get his head on it. It's cleared away. And that's half time. What a start to this FA Cup matchup. Really great performance here from Blackburn. Yeah, I mean, it's been stupid. Stupid. Good play from Murphy. Ipswich coming out already considerably stronger than in the first. Oh, defensive mix up there. Bishop almost getting the better of Duffy. Oh! That came out of nowhere. It's a goal for Ipswich, and it's a lovely finish. Redmond actually gave the ball away. Blackburn slacking off a little bit there. Redmond gave it away. And it was one pass. Just past Oxford. He made a mistake there. As did Duffy. Couldn't get a foot in. It's a decent finish. I knew Steele would have liked the clean sheet, but it's a cup game. All we've got to do is win. Not seen much of Doughty so far. That's a good ball though into Redmond. He steps away from Hyam again. Oh, that's really good play from Redmond. He's so tricky. Curling shot. Oh, just wide. He's got such good close control, Nathan Redmond. I think if we can develop some of his other stats, his passing, his shooting, then he could turn into a real player for us. Another dangerous moment here though from Ipswich as Murphy gets ahead of Traore. And that's a second goal. Where did that come from? Duffy doesn't get much on that header. That's just a good ball from Traore. Duffy had made the mistake and then he was out of position. Oxford not able to get across in cover, and it's another good finish. Should we be concerned here? 64 minutes. Let's just keep it safe. Keep it simple. Good pace from Traore there. He's inside. Oh, he's dispossessed. He couldn't decide what to do with it. And now Traore is also out of position. It's a good ball in. Oh, Steele just able to get there. Traore into Bakali. We've not seen much of him. Good ball into Redmond. Slips it into Traore. He dummies back into a shooting position. Adama Traore. Great goal. And that makes it 5. Surely we're out of sight now. Those 2 goals were a little bit worrying. But that should do it. Expansive play there from Blackburn. Good ball from Bakali. Slips it inside. Redmond into Traore. He dummies back. And that's a decent finish. Keeper could have done better there. Triple substitution here just to give some players a rest. This is the first we're going to see of Mauro Zarate this season. Free transfer in from West Ham. Also Emi Buendia, who's been really, really promising in the first few games of the season. He's lost his first team place to Redmond, who sort of proved today that he's got a little bit more in front of goal. But Buendia definitely a good replacement, but he loses out there straight away to Chambers. Buendia back in from... Oh, that's good play. Little chip over into Bakali. And that's 6. Great team goal there from Blackburn. Really lovely work from the 2 diminutive youngsters, Bakali and Buendia. And it's Mighty Mouse gets the goal. Steely's happy. He wasn't sure if this game was in doubt, but now he knows for sure that it isn't. This is a nice ball in. Buendia knocks it back into Tyder's path. And he skips away from the defender. Sees Bakali open in the middle of the box. And it's a rare goal with his head for Mighty Mouse. Good stuff. Oh, but Tyder, that's a really poor ball. Into Larson Traore. Ah. He's been a little bit lax at the back here. Tim Sherwood not impressed at all by his defending. Or runs back with the ball. That might be optimistic. Oxford did well to take it out. And then Tyder with a really, really lackadaisical ball. That should be full time. Yes, it is. 6-3. Good start to our FA Cup campaign. Ipswich putting up very little fight, really. Bakali played well. He's had a good game. Yep, 63% possession, 11 shots on target. Pretty comprehensive. Nathan Redmond with a man of the match performance on his debut. That's great. Everyone almost, except for Traore, 6 or above. It's a good team performance. Buendia came on, looked bright. So that's a great result in round 1 of the FA Cup. We're through. We want to be challenging for this with our squad this season. We've got more than enough quality to give a good game to anyone. Traore already increasing. That's great. 73 overall rating. And a nice long rest before match day 4 against Chelsea. This is our first big game of the season. We've not really played against any proper top flight opposition. So this is going to be a real test. We could get found out here, I think. We're at home, which is an advantage. Obviously, everyone looking great. That is, I mean, that's going to help. Everyone on a yellow. Team spirit must be high. Doughty, Tyder. Going to need a lot from them in the midfield. Up against Falcao, who's obviously done enough for the starting position. But Hazard, 90 overall rated. Jesus, he's going to be tough. So this is what we battled for in the last season. The chance to have teams of the size and the history of Chelsea and the quality playing at Ewood Park. And not just at Ewood Park, but an Ewood Park that now expects a good performance from this team. We're not going to lie down. Tim Sherwood has too much passion, let's hope anyway, to let Blackburn lie down to teams like this. We've got such quality. Redmond has come in and looked so dangerous in the last game. We've got Steele in the midfield. We've got to give ourselves a good account of ourselves today. This is our first real challenge in Master League story mode, if we're honest. We've had a few difficult derby games in the Championship. I think we had a game against Everton that we lost in the FA Cup. That was our only top flight opposition so far. But today against Chelsea at home, this is where Tim really needs to show how far this team has come. It's a good take from Adama Traore. Looks back into Henley. He whips a ball in towards Oulare. Gets it down. Obbi Oulare! And he scores! What a start for Blackburn Rovers. They know nothing of reputation. They care little for big money signings. They've got the passion of Tim Sherwood and the dynamism of this young, exciting squad, exemplified by players like Obbi Oulare. At only 20 years old, he's not scared. He doesn't give a shit. He's a big motherfucker, and he's going to get the ball down, he's going to score, and he's going to make Kurt Zouma look like a tiny child. Get out of the way, Kurt. Takes it down on the chest. Finishes nicely past Courtois. What a start. It was good play from Henley. That's a really nice ball from the right back. Zouma just left in the wake of the big man. That was a goal there before Chelsea. Oh, Doughty's won it back into Bakali. He looks long into Traore. Azpilicueta able to get across. The clearance only as far as Tyder, but Falcao did really well to get ahead on that. Oh, Duffy in. Really strongly there. Here's Nathan Redmond. Again, ball over the top. Oulare. Oh, shit. Couldn't even pronounce his name then. He's giving Kurt Zouma a really hard time. Here's Adama Traore. Can he keep this in? He can. He cuts back in. Oh, it comes off Henley, the cross. What can Redmond do here? It's a good pass into Traore, and that's a horrible, horrible tackle from Azpilicueta. Potential straight red there for me, but it's a yellow card, and deservedly so. Traore skips away. Azpilicueta takes him down. Dave, that is not on. Traore. Carly, short one. Ball along the floor. Oh. Traore did well to get the ball in. It's cleared out. First test in the air here off the corner. Kurt Zouma again marking Obbi Oulare. Oulare gets a head on it. Falls to Bakali. Oh, it's an own goal. Oh, great stuff. Really great stuff. I think that was cannoned off the backside of a Chelsea player. But look at Obbi Oulare here. He gets a head on it. Something of a head. Bakali's shot is saved. Oh, it's the clearance from Eden Hazard. In off Thibaut Courtois. There's a lot of Belgians in this game today. And those two managed to not really work well together. Bakali, another Belgian, heading it in as he rolled over. That's 2-1. Chelsea again dangerous in these positions. Duffy wins that. Doughty wins that back. He launches the break here. That's nicely done though. Doughty keeps possession really well there. Traore out to Bakali. Oh, that's got to be a foul. Surely another yellow card. Traore scythed down. Yes, Kurt Zouma now in the book as well. He's been struggling with Obbi Oulare in this game, and with a yellow card, he's going to have to be even more careful. That's really poor. See if we can get this onto the head of Obbi Oulare. Get a knockdown. Oh, he's there. He couldn't get to it. Traore able to get a crossing with his right foot, but it's straight into the hands of Courtois. Oh, Doughty. It's a combination of Doughty and Oulare win that back. Oh, Oulare nearly got through. It was a nice chip over from Bakali. It's well hassled there. Can Traore get there ahead of Willie? And he can. What pace from Adama Traore. Obbi Oulare. Oh, God. Just about beaten away by Thibaut Courtois. And that's 2-1 at the half for Blackburn. Come on, Rovers. What a performance. This was billed as their first real test in the Premier League. And they have been more than up to it so far. The aggressors, if anything. 64%. All the shots. The Ewood Park crowd expectant after such a comprehensive win of the Championship last season. And Blackburn providing the level of entertainment that the fans are used to. Here we are, second half, kicked off. Oh, it's well cut out there. Strong play by Safir Tider. Oh, Doughty couldn't get his head on that. Traore again with great pace. No card though for Obbi. No, what? That was weak. Looked like Duffy maybe stumbled a little. Falco gives it off. Duffy tries to stay with him. He did well, he read the ball, but Falcao just strong enough to get ahead of the Irishman. That's a real shame. Blackburn letting Chelsea back in again. They've had very little possession. Very little to do in this game so far. Traore with the ball over to Oulare. Just about gets the better of Cahill. Zuma there to tidy up. Duffy, this time making sure. Redmond into Bakali. He turns back into Redmond. Oh, the ball through was there. Into Doughty. Doughty up against Mikel. Great play from Tider there. Redmond, is Traore onside? He is, he's ahead of Ivanovic. Can he get the cross in? Ivanovic just gets a foot in. That was a nice bit of break play there though. And swinging corner to the far post from Tider. Oh! There's a little bit of confusion in the Chelsea box there. Could have been a Blackburn player. Could have been a Chelsea player who was able to pounce on that. Redmond cuts back inside. Ivanovic gets the ball in. Traore tries to get to it. Falls to Henley. Hits it with the left. Optimistic stuff from the right back. He could have hit that with his right. You never know. Oh, almost. Doughty wins it back so strongly. Into Bakali. He's got Oulare in the inside. Into Doughty, hits it. Oh! Back. Traore, great tackle. Crosses it in towards Bakali. Oh! Blackburn turning the screw here. Chelsea unable to get the ball away. That's good play from Hazard though. But Tider, crunching tackle. Doughty gets there ahead of Oscar. Oh, that's dangerous. Oh, Duffy does really well. That's a nice ball out to Henley. He looks in behind Aspilicueta. It's Adama Traore. Oulare hits another one. Obbi Oulare 3-2. Blackburn back ahead for the second time. Chelsea able to draw level at 2-2. But Obbi Oulare, you can't keep a big man down. And that's 3-2. Great ball into Adama Traore, who actually acted really calmly there. Let's take another look at that. Henley with a good ball through. He knew Adama Traore had Azpilicueta for pace. He's able to get ahead of him. And then he sees Oulare in there. It's a nice ball. And what a finish that is. With the left foot. Simple finish really, but it takes a lot of composure for such a young player to do it in such an important game for the club. Nathan Redmond's he's had a tricky game. It's always going to be hard for him against the physical size in the attacking midfield position that Chelsea have. But bringing on Emi Buendia, who's been bright in the last few games. Tyder winning it back there so easily. And it's a great ball into Traore. He's been really bright in this game. This time he's able to get away from Azpilicueta. Takes it inside. Oh, the finish let him down. That could have made this game safe here on 77 minutes. Adama Traore this time choosing to go alone. Hanley against Falcao just about gets there. Able to get a foot in on that pass. But this is dangerous here. Hanley losing out again to Falcao. The tackle. It's fine. Oh, but the pass. Rushed that, really. Oh, is there a foul there? Is that a foul from a Blackburn player? It is. This is almost certainly a goal. They score pretty much 9 out of 10 times from these positions. It's a shame because we've been doing so well. But Oscar puts it up. Oh, Steele! Man of steel. Great goalkeeping there. Hanley into Bakali. He knows he's got Ivanovic for pace. Cross with the left foot into Oulare. He's there. Oh. Adama Traore, can he get there ahead of Azpilicueta? He can. He gets the cross in this time. Ah, that's nice play from Henley. Tyder back into Henley. He finds Adama Traore into Buendia. Oh, the pass from Buendia can't find its target. 88 minutes on the clock here. Can Blackburn see this one out for a historic victory at Ewood Park? It's really great play from Tyder to keep possession. Into Zakaria Bakali. Slips away from Ivanovic, not for the first time in this game. Back into Oulare. Oh, it just goes out of play. Off a Chelsea shirt. Great play from Bakali. Oulare could have had a hat-trick there. As it is, it's a corner. Tim Sherwood screaming at the players to keep hold of the ball as Tyder comes out for the short corner from Bakali. Can they keep possession here in these closing minutes of the game? It's with Henley now. He uses his pace against Cahill. He's away. And Mikel's there. It's a good tackle from Mikel. It's a Blackburn ball. 3 minutes is up. Surely the ref needs to blow the whistle now. But Oulare's won it back again. And Zuma clears it into touch. And that is an amazing win for Blackburn. I am absolutely made up for this team. New signings coming in. They've all played well. But it's the big man, Obbi Oulare, who's got so much pressure on him this season. So much is expected of Blackburn. And Obbi Oulare has a lot of that on his shoulders. But he's come through today with an absolutely gargantuan performance. And 2 goals against an amazingly strong Chelsea team. Blown away. Absolutely blown away. What a performance that was. Match day 4. It's 4 wins out of 4 for Blackburn Rovers. They're only second because of 1 goal. We could be top of the league after 4 games. This is incredible. We could not have hoped for such a good start to the season. Unbelievable stuff. And look at this. The players are responding. This is what happens if you invest in youth. All of these players under 22 years old. They are likely to keep increasing like that. And it's good to see Nathan Redmond already getting better under the tutelage of Tim Sherwood. Well, there we go. What a start. Obbi Oulare, top scorer with 6 goals in 4 games. Incredible stats to start off the season. I don't know what more to say. I can't believe it. 2 wins in this episode, 2 wins in the last. Lots of great signings. Could we be on target for Champions League qualification this season? That would be great. Winning the Champions League in 2 seasons was my stretch target. So I guess that's all we'll have time for today. Have a great weekend. Be back on Monday. See you in a bit.